everyone, welcome back. Tanchikiwa Mizumi. My name is Abigail, or Abby, Abigail Dishnikashun. I am Métis and autistic and love talking about autism stuff, so this is where I do that. And I have been going through the 30 Days of Autism Acceptance prompts made by my friend Audie J on Tumblr. And I am very, very behind on them, like 10 or 11 days behind, because I have been dealing with yet to be fully determined health issues, something up with my heart rate. It's been low, apparently, so I'm just perpetually dizzy, tired, and woozy, and periodically just kind of blacking out for a bit, which isn't great. Because I'm tired all the time, despite my best efforts, I do not have an actual script. So I'm just going to sit here while I am at my parents' place trying to get some laundry caught up and just ramble through a couple of these off the cuff, I guess, to try and help me get caught up, and probably crash and burn. So starting with April 17th, talk about stimming. In what ways do you stim? Are they vocal stims or physical stims? Do you have any stim toys? Do you tend to hand flap? Have people in the past been upset or annoyed with you for the ways in which you stim? And if so, how did it make you feel and how did you deal with it? I have vocal stims and physical stims. Vocally, I tend to hum to myself a bit. I used to do a click thing a lot, not as much anymore. I haven't really done that in a while, although now that I have thought about it, it is the only thing I want to do now. But yeah, physical stims, kind of just like play with my hands or hair ties, anything hanging off of my clothes or my purse. Hair a lot. I remember in grade 10 after the literacy test, because I finished early, like actually early. I was given extra time because of IEP, but I finished like actually early. Did not need the extra time at all, but I wasn't allowed to leave. I just had to sit there because I had finished early and you weren't allowed to leave before a certain time. So I kind of just sat there and started braiding my hair. Now at this point I was really, really into braiding because stimming wasn't autism diagnosed yet, just functioning off of an ADHD diagnosis. Yeah, loved to play with my hair. That was my major stim. I didn't know the word stim at the time. I just like, ooh, yeah, hair, braid. I got up to like being able to do like 6 or 7 strand braids. But anyways, so I'd finished this test early. I wasn't allowed to leave. Couldn't really do anything. So I just started like braiding my hair. I think I braided like half my head with like little 3, 4, 5 strand braids all over. Like, yeah. So that was a thing. I do have stim toys, but I keep losing them because I keep forgetting about them. Because I kind of just default to my hair instead. So, yeah. Technically do have them. Technically do really love my little bubble poppy thing when I can actually find it. But I have absolutely no clue where it is right now, so very useful. Do I tend to hand flap? Yes. When I get really happy and excited, I bounce around and hand flap a lot like this. And not necessarily just when I'm excited, happy, but when I get really into what I'm talking about too. Did that in one of my theater videos a while back, and some person just decided to comment on how it was annoying, so thank you for that, random person. I don't think I'd mentioned I was autistic in that video though, so there probably was no connection to me made, so that might be part of why they got annoyed. odds are they would have gotten annoyed with me anyways, though. But yeah, have people in the past been upset or annoyed with you for the ways in which you stim? Well, yes, that one random commenter on that one theater video was apparently. But no, it's hard for me to really think of actual specific examples of people being obviously upset or annoyed with me for stimming. Largely because I kind of suppressed it for a long time. I think I figured out pretty early on, because growing up without an autism diagnosis, not understanding my brain, I did manage to catch on that other people didn't do that stuff, and they also tended to think I was weird. So, I kind of just hid everything. So, yeah, I can't really come up with examples for people getting upset or annoyed with me for stimming because I didn't really stim a lot in public because I managed to catch on early enough that I have no memory that people thought I was weird. So I just tried to blend in. Masking. I did a lot of masking. So I guess that's how I dealt with it. Anyways, moving on to April 18th. Is lying something that's generally hard for you to do? Why? If so, do you tend to avoid lying? Can you usually tell when other people are lying? Yeah, so funny story. I'm really into acting. I can act. I cannot lie. I don't know. I just feel bad and horribly guilty, so I can't do it. If I try to, it's very clearly bad. So I just don't, because I feel guilty, and then it's obvious that there's something up, and it's just better to be honest. Yeah. But I can act. I can act, but I cannot lie. I cannot tell when other people are lying either, because I think that it's better for everyone to just be honest, and I continue to naively believe that other people are going to be honest with me, even though history has proven to me that they will not be honest with me. They will lie and manipulate me. But I just assume the best from everyone, which I guess is to a degree better than assuming the worst, even if it does get me into trouble. But yeah, I can act, I cannot lie, I can't tell when other people are lying. It sucks. Would be great if I could tell, but I can't. April 19th, do you ever feel infantilized by the people in your life? In what ways? I am very lucky. No. Like, my mother likes to try to deny that I am 30 years old because that means that she is also getting old. Just that parent thing of, no, you're my baby. How dare you be an adult? You are supposed to be my child forever. That kind of thing. But yeah, no one actually infantilizes me. It tends to go the other way, which I guess the last one I'll do today is April 20th. Do people ever expect you to be capable of more things than you realistically are? In what ways? Yeah. Like my entire life, because I was too high functioning to be autistic. That went well for me. Yeah, people just, I didn't get the autism diagnosis until I was an adult, so nobody realized that I actually had limitations. So everybody, myself included, just assumed that I should be more capable of things than I realistically am. In terms of just everything, like, what do you mean it's too loud? What do you mean it's too bright? No, it's not. That kind of thing, as well as just, well, literally everything. It's hard to explain. Everyone assumed that I should be functioning at a more neurotypical level, so I was just, because I didn't have the autism diagnosis, so I was supposed to be up here, actually down here more, probably. Time management, well, wasn't that I couldn't really manage time, it was that I needed more time to figure out what I was doing because instructions were always unclear. And then also had that perfectionism thing where I wasn't allowed to, like, my mental rules for myself, I wasn't allowed to do badly at things. It had to be absolutely perfect or else it wasn't good enough and there was no point. So I got a lot of zeros in high school on things because I just didn't do them because I couldn't figure out how to do them right. That also hit me a lot in university. High school I managed to have enough assignments that I actually did well, but I managed to get good marks. First year or so of university though, my marks were bad. Still passed pretty much all my classes though. Like, passed all of my classes. I just had bad grades the first year. And then I, over time, learned that the perfectionism thing was bad and I needed to actually just hand things in, and half-assed was better than not attempted at all. That's been a learning experience. This isn't what I was actually supposed to be talking about though. Do people ever expect you to be capable of things more than you realistically are, was the actual question, and now I'm just talking about, I don't even know anymore. But yeah, point is, there has been a learning curve with me and the autism diagnosis of learning that I actually do have limitations. Now that I have whatever the heck is going on with me, I'm learning that there may be more limitations going forward. So, it is a thing, because it's not just other people, it is also me having to fully readjust the expectations for what I am actually able to do in life. Apparently staying on topic is one thing that I am not realistically able to do without a script. What was I talking about again? Yeah. But yeah, there are a lot of ways in which people, mostly me at this point, expect me to be capable of more things than I realistically am. Some days I can't even do dishes anymore because standing gives me a woo, and then I want to pass out. Or feel like I'm going to pass out. So, that's where I'm at now with whatever the heck is going on with the low heart rate. So that's a fun one. That's probably not so much an autism thing. Unless this is all stress. I don't know. Anyways, I got through 4 of these, mostly, somewhat. Probably could have been more coherent at points, but me being coherent is possibly an unrealistic expectation at this current point in time with the low heart rate thing. There, I got another example. Anyways, before I ramble too much more, because this has already been 13 minutes, gonna see how long it takes for me to actually get through the rest of these. At this point, I will probably be finishing up these prompts sometime in May. So, I apologize for getting so behind so quickly, but sometimes things happen and you spend Easter weekend in the hospital instead of getting caught up on your videos. It's just the way life is. Anyways, thank you for watching. I will see you again in the next video, whenever that may be, hopefully sooner rather than later, but we will at some point get through all of these. And yeah, thanks for watching, merci pour ton temps, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!